Hey guys, Phil here with Dorkhammer, and in this video we're going to be doing a Bretonnia Army book review. This is for the Warhammer Armies Project, which is basically the unofficial 9th edition for Warhammer Fantasy. Now, I've not looked at this. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, the last edition that this ever got an update on was maybe 6, I think. I could be wrong about that. Y'all can let me know in the comments about that. Whether I'm right or wrong about that, but that was my understanding of it, just going off what my buddy said. I'm going to look at it. I may or may not notice what's new and what's not, but let's go ahead and take a look at it, see if there's got to be something new from it, right? So let's get into it. Okay, so here we're first going to go over the Army special rules. All right, so they have the Lance formation. Any cavalry unit with this special may deploy in the Lance formation and or reform into it during the game. A unit with Lance formation follows the rules for ranks and supporting attacks that apply to monsters cavalry. In effect, if by any means a unit of Bretonnia is formed into 3 models wide, it is treated as Lance. So basically, this is the old school rules. If I remember correctly, you don't have to be 5 wide in order to get your rank bonus, I guess is my understanding. Note that if a unit is ever wider than 3 models, it no longer counts as being in the Lance formation. In addition to this, a unit may form up to 5 ranks deep. So basically, you can be 3 by 5. All right. This kind of goes with the rule. I forget what the rule is. The rank and file rule, I think it is. You can't be more than 5. Well, it actually breaks it a little bit, but it looks like it's only for the Bretonnians, or at least for this specific tome. That's how these rules apply. Usually, you can only go as many files as you have ranks. So, like if you have 5 in the front rank, you can only have 5 ranks after that. So it'd be 5 by 5. In this case, you'd be 3 by 5. But this is special for the Bretonnians, it looks like. It was like that before, so except that before you didn't have the rank and file rules. Okay, so let's continue on. A damsel or prophet may be placed in the center. That's the same thing, guys, of the Lance formation rather than the front rank as a nice form to protect around there. This is how it was before. Note that she remains fully in play even if she is not in the front rank. The unit may use her leadership, cast magic, which this is what makes it hard to play Bretonnians and try to kill that prophetess. Okay, I recently played a game with my buddy, and he had a special character. She was like 500 points, and she gave them all like a 4-up ward save or automatic ward save where they didn't have to pray. I think that's what it was. And even peasants were getting ward saves, if I'm not mistaken, or halberdiers. I forget what it was, but this is a tough role. So, anyways, if a second damsel prophet joins you, she may be placed in the center of the 3rd rank. Oh, okay, all right. So you can actually put them behind each other. If the rank in front of the damsel ever falls below 3 models, she will move forward to take up the empty space. Our damsel prophetess that is not in the front rank obviously has no line of sight. Okay. On the turn that a unit makes a successful charge, all models of this special makes important attacks with an extra rank. Okay. In addition, they add their current rank bonus to the strength of the impact hits they inflict. Oh, so now they have impact hits? Is that correct? Am I reading that right? On a turn that a unit in Lance formation makes a success, all models with a special rule makes important attack with an extra rank. Okay, all models. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the way the Lance formation charge is that you'd be able to do the front and then the side rank. I think there's a front and the first rank behind the front rank, all their attacks, if I'm not mistaken, and then all the lances on the outside for as many ranks as you have back. For instance, if you had 4 ranks back, you'd be able to make the front ranks attacks, the back ranks, and then like the side ranks. So it'd be like, let's say you have 4 ranks, you'd be the front 2, so it'd be all the attacks from the front rank, the second rank, next to 3 support attacks from the second rank, and then if you had 2 more ranks behind that, it would be 4 more attacks from the guys on the sides. If you're 3 wide, okay? If you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, so in addition, they add a current rank bonus to the strength of impact hits they inflict. So if they have 3 ranks, they have 3 impact hits, if I'm not mistaken. No. Sorry. They add the current rank to the strength of the impact hits. I don't know how many impact hits they inflict, but that adds to the strength. So if you have 3 ranks, I guess that would go up to like strength 6. Finally, if that unit wins that round of combat, it also counts as having double their actual unit strength for the purpose of determining if the unit is steadfast or not. Okay, so you double the unit strength, and that goes into whether they have steadfast or not. Okay, all right. Pretty cool rule, I guess. I don't know if it was like that before. I don't think it was. Since I don't think steadfast was a thing back in 6th or 7th edition, whatever it was. Vows of Bretonnia. Your army's general must always be a model with a knight's vow, the questing vow, or the grail vow. I don't remember what these are. Oh, we're going to read those. The peasant's duty. Models with the peasant's duty treat all friendly models with the knight's vow, the questing vow, or the grail vow within 6 inches as having inspiring presence rule. Okay, that's kind of nice. Unit standards in units with the peasant's duty do not confer any additional victory points if captured. Okay, all right. So you can get extra points for that. Knight's Vow. Models with the Knight's Vow are immune to panic caused by friendly models. In addition, they may only join units with Knight's Vow, so can't join other units. All right, and you don't get you only get panicked by guys with the Knight's Vow, which could be I guess that's only those kind of knights, whatever knights that would be. Okay, I'm not sure which ones. The Questing Vow. The Questing Vow have immunity to panic caused by friendly models. Is that all friendly models? May reroll failed psychology tests. I may only join units with the Knight's Vow or the Questing Vow. Okay, so different knights can have those. I forget, guys. I haven't played Bretonnians in a while, so at least I haven't played them myself. In addition, they ignore initiative penalties for using great weapons in any turn they charge, but they may not use any lance unless specified. So they have to use great weapons. They ignore penalties for using. So that means that So my understanding of that, guys, is that they ignore initiative penalties. So usually, when it comes to great weapons, when they charge, I'd have to look this one up again. In fact, let's pause it real quick. Okay, so here we are. We got the initiative right here. So you get +1 combat strength, strength in combat with a great weapon, and it's -2 to your initiative. So in other words, you will not get a -2 to your initiative. You just get +1 strength in every round. And that's what it is now. Instead of it like it was in 8th, 7th, and 8th edition, basically with a great weapon, you just struck last, no matter what. I don't remember if it's like that in 8th edition. I think it was. So that's kind of a cool rule. So basically, you won't get penalized when you're charging, unless you're going up against elves or something, which will hit you first anyway, or something with always strikes first. Okay, so pretty cool. The Grail Vow. The Grail Vow is models of the Grail Vow have immunity to psychology and magical attacks. Special rules, so they count as magical attacks, and may only join units with the Knight's Vow, Questing Vow, or the Grail Vow, so they can join all three. Characters with the Grail Vow add +1 to the leadership. Pretty cool. The Blessing of the Lady. Models with this special rule have a ward save of 6+. That's increased to a 5+ against missile attacks. Models with the Grail Vow always have a 5+ ward save. Note that the ward save gained from the Blessing of the Lady cannot be improved beyond 4+ for any reason. Models with the Blessing of the Lady will lose it if they flee for any reason or refuse the challenge. So there's a lot of imagine that chivalry here, or not chivalry. I guess just you lose face if you run away, or if you don't take a battle and don't take a challenge up. All right. So Bretonnian Lords. They have the Blessing of the Lady. They have the Knight's Vow. What's the Blessing of the Lady? Is that the 5+ ward save? I already forgot. I know I just saw it. I just probably saw it. Oh. So they have a 5+ ward save against. They have a 6+ ward save, then have a 5+ ward save against missile attack. So I guess you don't have to do the prayer anymore. It looks like you can just have a 6+ ward save, and then you have a 5+ ward save against missile attacks, and that's it. So that, if anything, they were kind of nerfed a little bit, because I think before it was a 5+ ward save, but you'd have to pray in the first turn. So I guess you can tell me whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing. To me, that's kind of rough, just having a 6+ ward save. But I guess if you're knights and you have a 5+ ward save against missile attacks, that's always pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. Especially when stuff has armor piercing or -2 to your armor save, whatever the heck, then you're doing 4+ saves instead, or 5+ saves, or 3+ saves, or instead of 1+ or 2+. So let's look at the Bretonnian Lords. The Blessing Lady is the 6 ward save, 5+ against missile attacks. 6/4, toughness 4 attacks, weapon skill 6. Okay, lance formation. Damsels of the Lady, magic damsels may use spells of Lord Life, Beast, Heavens, Light, Lord of the Lady. I'm not sure about is that you? Maybe I'm not sure about that one. I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know Bretonnians all that great. Usually my buddy plays Beasts, and I want to say Lord of Life or something Light or something like that when it comes to Bretonnians. I forget which one. Or other Lady. Damsels have a magic resistance 1, and the Prophetess have magic resistance 2. So Prophetess is the big dog lady. Damsel's the hero. Let's go look up magic resistance real quick. I forgot exactly how it works in this edition. Okay, so magic resistance. Okay, this is kind of what I thought. I just want to double check. Basically, you'd get a ward save against spells. So if you don't already have a ward save, you can magic resistance will give you one. So basically, a 1 will give us 6+ ward save plus and +1 to dispel. Yeah, I think I've looked this up before. So it's pretty good. So basically, you get a ward save plus an extra dispel dice. Yeah, that's really, really good, actually. I don't know if I liked that before, but that's really good. So basically, magic is not nearly as good for those people. So, all right, let's just go back. Basically, she'll get a 5 ward save plus 2 dispel dice for anything cast against her. So, or her unit, I guess. Templar Crusaders. What are these? I don't even know what that is. Is that a new one? So strength 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks each. Blessing of the Lady, the Knight's Vow, Lance Formation, Fire Zeal. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, this is something new. I'm not sure. I don't know why I keep double tapping this. The Templar Crusader has, and any unit he joins will gain hatred as long as he remains with the unit. So that's pretty dope. The Priestess of Shalia, movement 4. Okay, so she's a healer. It looks like. Okay, so she has 0 attacks. She's just a healer. She has 2 wounds. She's a healing hands. A priestess may join a unit with the peasant's duty special rule, except Grail Pilgrims. She may be placed in the second rank, so kind of similar like the Knights in the first. In addition, any unit the priestess is with, but not herself, gains regeneration 6+. So cool little 6+ ward save or regeneration save. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you can use ward saves and regeneration saves. So that's kind of neat. Blessings of Shalia. Priestess of Shalia, know the 3 players listed below. They're power level 3, and pairs are augment spells, and distribution may channel power and dispel dice like a level 1 wizard. So she can channel dice like a level 1 wizard, sorceress, however you want to call it. Okay, so Shalia's Endurance. The priestess invokes the power of Shalia to temporarily boost the target's vitality. When cast, she and the unit, not herself, gets +1 to its toughness until the start of the magic phase. I like that. Compassionate Mind. The priestess reassuring prayers resolve her fellows' minds to face the horrors of the world. The unit she's with gains immune to psychology and stubborn special until the start of the next phase. Pretty cool role. I like that too. And then it's only a 3 to cast. That's pretty sweet. Purify. All hex spells affecting friendly units within 12 are automatically dispelled. Wow, that is nice. That's a big dog spell right there. In addition, any undead or demonic units in base contact with the priestess or the unit she does take D6 strength 5 hits. Pretty dope. All right, Knights Errant. Let's look at the big dogs here. So Knights Errant, basic stuff here. Cavalry, based on the lady, so that's a 6+5 ward save, conditional ward save for the missile attacks. The Knight's Vow, Lance Formation, and let's see, Impetuous. After charges have been declared, if any Impetuous units did not declare charge or within charging the enemy, then they must take a leadership to restrain themselves from charge. Okay, I remember this. If the test is failed, they are forced to charge. The test is passed, they make moves as normal. So reckless are the Knights Errant that whenever they charge, they have immune to Sacral and may reroll one of their charge distance dice. So this could be good and bad here. All right, so they have the Errantry banner, and basically all Knight Errants in the unit get +1 strength bonus on a turn they charge. Oh, pretty sweet. They'll be strength 4. Lances will be strength 6 on the charge. However, a unit with this banner suffers -2. So kind of a double-edged sword here, because basically they may be forced to charge. So basically, you want to keep these guys within range of the general if you're going to have them around. Yeah, that'd be smart. Or unless you just want to put them across something that you want to charge anyways. But I don't know. It's almost like me and Frenzy. So yeah, I mean, kind of nice, but they're definitely going to be charging stuff when you're not supposed to. All right, Knights of the Realm. Let's look at these guys. All right, so they're weapon skill 4. I think these guys were weapon skill 3. Yeah, weapon skill 4. A little bit more on the hitty side. Strength 3, toughness 3, basic stuff. Blessing of the Lady, Knight's Vow, Lance Formation. Questing Knights, so nothing special with these guys. Nothing crazy. They're basic Knights. Questing Knights. Questing Knights. Okay, Cavalry, Blessing of the Lady, Lance Formation, the Questing Vow. I already forgot what the Questing Vow was. I read it earlier. You can look that up. What's it called? Yeah, we'll look it up real quick, right? I already forgot the Knight's Vow. Let's go look at the Knight's Vow. Models with immune to panic, caused by friends. Okay. Questing Vow was immune to psychology, caused by friendly matter. We roll psychologists and join units with the Knight's Vow. So that was pretty good rolls for the Questing Vow. Okay, so let's go back. 132. where we're at. So pretty good rolls for the Grail Knights. Was the Grail Knights, right? Yeah. Grail Bow, Lance Formation, Pegasus Knight. So in the previous editions, I just played my buddy, and while these guys are okay, they're, you know what? I think they only had one attack each, right? So they still only have one attack. Weapon skill 4, strength 3, toughness 5. So they have a lance, if I'm not mistaken. So strength 5 on the charge. They're just, we'll see how much these guys are worth. Blessing of the Lady, fly 9. I forget what this fly 9 stuff is. I want to say that's movement 9 for flying, I guess. Maybe that's what I have to look that up sometime. I'm not gonna look that one up now. All right. So the Pegasus is a war beast, strength 4, toughness 4, 2 attacks. Nothing crazy. You'll probably get more. I mean, in the next round of combat. I mean, the Pegasus weapon skill 4, the same weapon skill as the Knights. You'll do more damage with them in the ensuing rounds, possibly even in the first round. So, Hippogriff Knights. Okay, so this is new as far as I know. Hippogriff Knights have 1 attack as well, strength 4, toughness 3. These guys were only strength 3, toughness 3, right? Yeah, they were. So these guys are a little bit better. 1 attack, 2 for the champion. Okay, so let's look at the Hippogriff. The Hippogriff is, so he's a royal Hippogriff. So what's so special? Okay, so you have a regular Hippogriff, which is strength 5, toughness 4, 3 attacks. And then you have this one, which is strength 5, toughness 5, 4 attacks. This is more like this is like an upgrade, probably for like a, oh, okay, maybe this was around before and I just didn't know. Yeah, I think I've seen this Hippogriff before. But anyways, strength 5, toughness 5, regular Hippogriff, stats 4 attacks, monster fly 8. Shouldn't tell them you can gain these upgrades. So basically, Hippogriff gets armor piercing. Serrated Maul, the Hippogriff gains multiple wounds, special rules. That's kind of nice. Swoop and Strike, the Hippogriff gains a devastating charge, which is +1 damage on the charge. I think so. Let's see devastating charge real quick. Oh, okay. So we got +1 attack when they charge, okay? And a strength bonus. So +1 strength, +1 attack when they charge, special rules when charging. Blood Rage, the Hippogriff is subject to frenzy and hatred, so that could be good or bad. I'm not sure if it was really worth it, or the Hippogriff's really worth it itself. But all right, maybe for the inspiring presence. Foot Knights. So we have Foot Knights. Interesting. Strength 3, toughness 3, 1 attack, weapon skill 4. Not bad. Blessing of the Lady. They have 6 of ward save. The Knight's Vow. Men at Arms is the next thing. They are the Peasant's Duty. Okay. Nothing special about them. I believe you can put like halberds on these guys, if I'm not mistaken. So strength 4, nothing crazy. They got weapon skill 3. I mean, they'll have some strength, but nothing crazy. Unless you put, I guess you could put that one priestess or whatever she was called in there to buff them up with those cool little bounce spells, right? What was her name? What was her name? The Priestess of Shalia. Okay, let's go back down here. All right. Nice. Men at Arms. Yeah, they do have halberds here. Is that it? Was that them again? Men at Arms. Yeah, Warden. Okay, 2 attacks for this guy. Nothing special. Peasant Bowman. Weapon skill 2. Ballistic skill 3. Just whatever. Defensive stakes. That was a stake. Then the game is deployed. Every model in front group has a stake base in front. These stakes must be set up within the Army's deployment zones. If they are treated as defended obstacles and remain there. So this is nothing new, I don't think. All troop types, apart from it, suffer D6 3-4 hits on turn when they charge a unit behind defensive stakes. So you definitely want to flank these guys. In addition, any models in base contact with defenses suffer -1 to hit in the first round. These rules only apply when fighting units in the front. So, the units fronts. All right, that's what I meant. So pretty cool little thing. Peasant Mob. All right, so these are just like throwaway units. Peasant's Duties, 3, toughness 3, weapon skill 2. So like really like zombies almost. So this is new, I think. Truffle Hound. Oh god, look at this thing. That thing like a kukui or something. So it has frenzy. It's got the truffle shuffle here. So this thing is strength 3, toughness 3, 1 attack, movement 7. So this is a cool little chaff unit, I think. Let's see what it can do. So a unit with 1 or more truffle hands must place them in the front rank of the unit along with command groups. So basically in the front rank, they must be attacked separately from other models. If the unit they are in did not declare a charge turn, the truffle hounds may be released in the charge subphase of the movement phase and do not need to take a test for Berserk Rage. The truffle hounds must then declare a charge if they had failed their Berserk Rage test. After they have been released, they will automatically form their own unit of skirmishers. From that point on, they will keep having to declare charges as if they had failed their Berserker Rage. Let's go look up Berserker. Okay, just looked it up. I really didn't see anything in the rules, so I'm not sure how that works. After they release, so from that point, reserve will never possible. Your opponent will only receive victory points for trouble hounds if the unit they were brought with is destroyed. So, kind of interesting. A little chaff unit that can get in the way of stuff. They have frenzy, so they'll get 2 attacks each, right? I don't know. I guess in movement 7, kind of cool. Just like little Doom Wolves, I guess, or Doom Dire Wolves, whatever. And interesting. I mean, and you can only get points from them if they, let's say they were 150 points, whatever they're worth. I don't think they're worth that much, but maybe they're like 20, 25 points each. I'm not sure. Maybe less. I don't know. But basically, yeah, they'll become skirmishers, and you won't be able to get the points unless you kill the whole unit they're in. You put them in a big old unit. Okay, so next we have Yeoman, which is basically the fast cavalry guys. They have some bows and stuff. Fast cavalry, peasant's duty. I'm sure they're going to be cheap guys, but you know what? Fast cav is really good in this edition. Nothing crazy there. I think you can probably put like what is this? Lances on them, getting strength 4 on the charge, that kind of stuff. Squires are looks like some kind of so they're skirmishers. Ballistic skill 3, pretty low. I mean, but they're not elves. What do you want? Grail Pilgrims. Weapon skill 3, strength 3. Nothing special here. They have hatred. All right, guys. So let's see these guys. These guises. Grail Pilgrims and see their rules. So basically, they have hatred, peasant's duty, and stubborn. So pretty cool little rules for them. I'm not sure how great this is. They carry around the Great Grail Reliquary. I think I've heard of this thing before. Basically, this thing has 6 wounds, strength 3, toughness 3, 4 attacks. I don't even know what this thing is. Oh, it's a shrine. This holy shrine will always be placed in the center of the front rank of the unit. So it's like their screaming bell or something like that kind of thing. It's just a shrine. Once all the group in the unit except the command group are removed, does it start taking moves? So you have to kill everything before you start attacking this thing. So it could be like a unit that just holds stuff up. Pretty cool. Hairy Malts. What the heck? All right, so there's scout skirmishers. Nothing crazy here. I don't know. Special rules scout skirmishers. I don't look like anything crazy. Scouts sniper. So we have the faceless. Okay, now interesting. This is kind of cool. This is more like a witch hunter kind of guy or something like that. 2 attacks, strength 4, toughness 4. Scouts, snipers. So if I'm not mistaken, basically it's like the witch hunter where you can like shoot at special characters and stuff in a unit. If I'm not mistaken. In fact, let's go look it up right now. All right, here we are. Sniper. A model with a sniper may make a special sniper instead of shooting normally, though it can be used in combination with multiple shots. Okay. Roll is normal. A sniper shot suffers an additional -1 to hit penalty in addition to any modifier, but can be aimed with great position unless making a standing shoot. So you can only do this if you're not standing and shooting. And it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, you can do it with multiple shots and say, hey, this one's going to be a sniper shot, unless I'm crazy there. A model making a sniper can shoot at a different target from the... Oh, a hit from a sniper to shoot in the same manner. Okay, so here, the sniper can shoot any model they can see, including characters within a unit. Pretty cool. So they don't get a lookout, sir. Snipers cannot be used when firing weapons that use a template. So this is a character killer. I mean, of course, they still have a -1 to hit, but still. Yeah, got to look out for these guys. All right, so that's something new, and you need to take that into mind. Okay, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. I wonder how much they're worth. So we have Brigands. They have a lot of troops now. Brigands looks like they have pole-at arms or something like that, or I mean, just like hand weapons. These guys are basic stats: strength 3, toughness 3, weapon skill 3, just infantry throwaway guys. Ballista war machine. So they have basically this is a bolt thrower, strength, toughness 7 with 3 wounds. Okay, pretty cool. The peasant's duty, mangonels. Mangonels is a war machine, it's a storm thrower. Okay. Field trebuchets. I hate the damn trebuchet. 4 wounds, toughness 7. Basically a couple of crewmen. Field trebuchet uses the following profile. Basically, this thing can shoot 5 feet. Oh yeah. This thing is so brutal. A field trebuchet can never be moved during the game. Oh, although it may pivot. So this is brutal right here. So I imagine if I'm not mistaken. Let's go look at the Trebuchet. What does the Trebuchet do when it comes to 9th edition? Let's see. Okay, guys, so I'm done. So I just realized it's just a stone thrower. So let's go look up stone thrower, not Trebuchet, because you won't find that. Fire in a stone thrower. Let's see. Okay, so you take the small round template and place it in the center. So basically, anything in the hole is going to be strength 10. Everything else is strength 5, and it's multiple wounds. I wonder. The only thing I wonder is like, is it everything multiple wounds under there? Let's see. Let's look at that. Oops. Stone thrower. Damage from stone thrower. Let's see. So it only applies to the high strength hit caused in the hole. So that makes sense. That's what I thought. So yeah. Oof. So everything else is strength 5, but that's not multiple wounds, just the one underneath the hole. Okay. So watch out for stone throwers. That's your monster killer. That's your character killer. You really got to watch out for that. All you can hope is that it misfires. Bombards. Is a war machine. Bombards is a profile 12 to 48 inches, strength 9. Yippee. I mean, it's like a cannon, isn't it? Oh, it is a cannon. All right, so never mind. Bombards can never be moved in the game. Okay, though it may pivot just like the stone. If a misfiled roll is rolled, roll in the black one, but subtract 1 from the results. So, interesting. So that one's kind of interesting. I wonder how much that's worth. Wall Wardens. Wall Wardens is a war machine with one may re-roll 1 artillery die. Okay, so this is just like an engineer or something like that, kind of like a dwarf or an engineer or something like that. All right, so that guy will help you with the misfire and stuff. Spirits of the Fae. I remember hearing about this. Animated construct, ethereal, fear, unstable. Where it says it's kind of like the dark elf. What do you call it? I can't remember what it was called. Guardian of sacred sites are not deployed with the but follow entry rules from ambushers. So they come in turn 2, and I think you have to roll like a 4+ or something like that. We could look that up real quick and double check. So ambushers. So basically, they would before starting deployment. So basically, turn 2 onward, the control players roll the dice at the start of turn. On a 1 or 2, the ambushers have been delayed. So basically, on a 3 up, they come, and yeah, they enter on the board edge. They come on any board edge and move on using any character. So they come on turn 2, 3 up. We'll get them in the game, but they could potentially not come all game. So that's the only thing I don't like about ambushers. But who knows? They might be really. They're pretty. I guess you just have to try them out. When they appear, they might be placed in either a forest or a water feature anywhere in the table, but otherwise follow the rules for ambushers as normal. If no forest or water depend, they may enter from any table edge. Okay, so if they're in a forest or water, that's even better. As long as the unit of Spirit of the Fae remains partially within one of these terrain features, they may replace up to D3 wounds lost earlier in the game. So that's kind of cool. It's a cool little animated construct. Sacral Sanctum of the Lady. So what is this? Is this I don't know. Major psychology, magic resistance 2, 4+ ward save. Those are 3, so this is some kind of prophetess, all right? Sacrosanctum knows 3 blessings below. It's kind of like that prophetess or whatever. Earlier blessings are innate bound spells, so it's like a more powerful version of that one lady that was in the peasants. For each friendly second on the battlefield, you're starting to add 1 to your dice to your power pool. So 4+ ward save, magic resistance 2, immune to psychology. Strength 4, toughness 5. So this is like a shrine that she's on, I'm guessing. Something like that. Strength 4, toughness 5, so it's probably something that does... Oh, it's a chariot. I'm stupid. It's a chariot. All right, armor save 5+. Strength 4, toughness 5, 5 wounds. I don't know. So let's see the Shield of Faith. Shield of Faith is an augment spell that affects all units with the blessing of the lady within 12 inches. Until the start of your next turn, the targets have their ward save blessing of the lady increased by 1. So now you got 5+ to 4+. 5+ regular, 4+ for missiles. Pretty good. So it's something. It's kind of like what do you call it? Like the vampires, corpse cart or something like that. Maybe the black coach. I forget which one it is. Radiant Light is a hex spell that affects all enemy units with 12 inches until the start of your next turn. Targets suffer -1 to their weapon skill and ballistic skill. Pretty good. I like this first one better, but that's still pretty good. Renewed Valor. Augment spell that affects all friendly units with the blessing of the lady within 12 inches. All fleeing friendly knights within 12 inches rally automatically and regain the blessing of the lady. Pretty sweet. So yeah, not bad. Probably going to be expensive as hell though. Bretonnian Horses, War Beasts, purebred horses, regular stats for a horsey, movement 8. For generations, the Bretonnian Warhorse has been bred to bear the weight of a fully armored Knight. Bretonnian Warhorses do not suffer any movements for being barred. So pretty cool. You can still get the 1+ ward saves here. In other words, ward saves, armor save. Unicorns. Okay, unicorns or war beasts. They have magic resistance 2, magical attacks, 3/4 toughness 4, 2 attacks. They get 1+1 strength to their impact hits. So they're going to have strength 5 impact hits, which I imagine impact will be D3 for a horse like that. King of Bretonnia. What the heck? Oh, now we get characters. Leoncourt. All right, so we got a weapon skill 7, strength 4, toughness 4, 5 attacks. Nice with the 5 attacks. He got his steed, which is Bequus, strength 5, toughness 5. Looks like it's a hippogriff or whatever, a griffin, hippogriff. That thing has initiative 6. Oh, not bad. It's a monster. Blessing of the Lady, the Gravat, the Lance Formation. Roll a d3 at the beginning of each combat phase and add the score to Lewin's strength for the duration of that phase. Pretty cool. Might be strength 5 or strength 7. And then on the charge, wait, does he have a lance? That's what I'm not sure. Would that mean he'd be like strength 9 or some shit? So I don't know. The Lady's Champion. Lewin receives a 4+ word from the Blessing of the Lady. However, if he loses the blessing, he will immediately lose a wound. No saves allowed. Wow, no saves at all. So if he loses the blessing, so that means I guess if he runs in battle. Special rules for Breakwith and Fly 8. Magic items, so he doesn't have lance. Magic weapon. The sword allows Lowen to reroll for rune rolls to hit. In addition, any enemy models based on the run at the beginning of time must take an initiative test. If failed, that model makes no attacks this round and will be hit automatically. Oh, that is brutal. Wow. Okay, that is one of the best magic items I've seen. I mean, I say best, but you know what? If you have something with high initiative, it's going to be hard for that to fail. But if it does come into play, you may be losing your character. All right. I don't know. Me with strength, with, what is it? Strength 7 or something like that. That's kind of tough. 5 attacks, strength 7, weapon skill 7. It's going to be tough. The Lance. So here's what I wonder. Did he use both of them or is it one or the other? Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Does it say anything up here? Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he uses a lance on the charge and the other one in ensuing rounds. I don't know. Lance. Each successful hit with the line lance is multiplied into 2 hits. The lance, and he rerolls hits, guys. This is brutal. The lance can only be used when charging in other rounds of combat. Lewin will use the sword. Okay, well, there you go. That was all cleared up right there. I was right about that. So this is pretty brutal. This guy's going to be a super killer, or a pretty damn good killer on the charge. Wounded on 2s, probably. Most things, right? Shoot, this thing could be a monster killer, too. I mean, himself, he could be taking out monsters, especially with that 4 ward save. Armor of Brilliance, I guess you could, do a challenge against a monster, and then that dude's going to be just fighting, going at it with the monster. So pretty good. He's going to have a badass armor save, and then a badass, pretty good ward save. So, anyways, the Armor of Brilliance. Heavy armor opponents suffer -1 penalty to all rolls to hit. The wearer with misses. Let's try it. To hit with the wearer with missile weapons and equal spell. So both. Okay, all right. So pretty good. It's only a 5-up, so let's say he has a barded horse. Does that go up to a 4-up? Unless he has a shield. Oh, yeah, he has a shield. So he has a shield. The Lion Shield gives Lone a magic resistance equal to the number of dice used in the casting enemy spells, a maximum of 3. So he's going to get a magic resistance dealio. So he would still get this even if he loses the Ladies Champion ward save, I guess. That's my guess right there. And it's a shield, so now he's going to be getting a 3-up armor save, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, cool. The Tabard of Kings, Talisman. Any enemy, I cannot talk, guys. Any enemy spell that targets Lowen or the unit he is in with, and is successfully, any enemy spell that targets him in the unit he's with is successfully cast, inflicts D3 stink 4 hits on the wizard that casts a spell. So a little deterrent for them casting spell on you and your knights. The Crown of Bretonnia, an enchanted item, inspiring present rule, has an extra 6 inches in range. So he has 18 regularly and then 24 when he's mounted on something. In addition, all friendly units that may use Lone's leadership have immunity to panic. This is the girl that this is the lady that my buddy used last time. She was pretty brutal. Let's read the rules. All right, infantry special character. She's a level 4. She can use spells of Lower Life, Beast, Heavens, Light, and the Lore of the Lady. Ugh, this was brutal the last time we played. I could not kill this motherfucker. So, Supreme Aura of the Lady. The Fey Enchantress has the magic resistance 3 and fear special rules against Skaven, Orcs and Goblins, and Beastmen. And that's new because I think I played her when we were Skaven and oh no, I use vampires. She causes terror. Oh, okay. Okay, so she causes terror in those armies, I'm guessing? I don't know. Furthermore, she gets +2 to cast spells, yikes, from the Lord of Life or the Lord of the Lady. Favor of the Fae, of the Fae. One friendly character with the Knight's Vow, Questing Vow, or... Oh yeah, this is like... I've seen this. Or they can be like a bodyguard. This model receives +1 to hit in close combat. However, the model loses the blessing, then both the favored model and the fainter suffer a wound. No saves allowed. So basically, this person can be given the favor of the Fae, and yeah, just a little bit better to hit in combat. Shoot, I wonder how that works. Like, would you be able to use that on the special character if you put them in that same? I don't know. That'd be super OP if so. Supreme Blessing of the Lady. Such as the power of the Fey Enchantress. The word that the words gained from the Blessing of the Lady is increased by +1 for any unit she's in. So basically, the unit she's in has a 4+ ward save, or a 5+ ward save, 4+ against missiles. And then if you, let's say you have the that little chariot that increases your ward save already, you're talking about a 4+ ward save and then a 3+ ward save. No way. I don't know if it can get any better. 3+ ward save against missiles? That can't be right. I think the most you can do is 4+. So 4+4+ against missiles, which would be brutal. Also super expensive. So, so basic special rules. Silveron. I guess that's for horse. Magical attacks. Okay. Is it Silveron her horse? Yes, it is. Okay, it's a unicorn. Oh, and she's on a unicorn, not just special horse. The chalice of the potions at any point during the Bretonnia, the painter may peer into the chalice and stir a magical spell against roll d6 for each time the chalice is used. The number refers to which spells automatically cast from the Lord Lady. Oh, the bounce spell. At a power equal to the minimum casting value. This requires no power dice and cannot be increased anyway. So 6 always fails. The chalice runs out of power after the spell is cast and cannot be used for the random. This is so brutal, guys, because basically she can't miscast. She just fails the spell. And she can automatically cast spells. It's just brutal. I remember Homeboy was doing this, and it was just terrible. It started enemy Morgiana's Mirror. It started any enemy magic phase of Fey Enchantress may choose one enemy wizard on the battlefield. Against the wizard, she will get a +2 to this spell for the remainder of this turn. Oh, the enemy magic. So that's pretty much any enemy magic phase. The girdle. The girdle of gold. The girdle of gold gives the Fey Enchantress a ward save of 4+. Girdle of gold. It sounds like old people porn. All right, so Toad Familiar. The Toad Familiar adds 1 dice to both the power and dispel dice pool each magic phase. So pretty brutal. The Green Knight. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. All right, so this is a special character. Weapon skill 7, 3/4 toughness 4 attacks. Shadow Steed, strength 4 toughness 3, 2 attacks. Pretty cool little horsey. Ethereal, Terror, Unstable, 5+ ward save. Guardian of the Sacred. The Green Knight is not deployed with the rest, but follows the entry. So basically, he's like an animated construct. So they're going big on this animated construct. Well, this was not an animated construct. It's just ethereal. And then we place either in a forest or water, kind of like that other thing, but follows. It's an ambusher, busher. Basically, going to be an ambusher during the game. The Green Knight may disappear at will and reappear in another location. It's going to be hard to kill this guy, being ethereal. You can only kill it with magical attacks. If the Green Knight is within or moves into a forest, then he may instantly be removed from the table and placed anywhere on the table with another forest or water. So he can move all over the table. He may not move further. So yeah, this could take out some war machines and stuff like that, or keep stuff, although you could probably kill it with a combat res. It's going to keep stuff locked up. Aura of the Fae. Beginning of Supernatural, the Green Knight may never truly be enslaved. If his wounds value is ever reduced to zero, he will instantly disappear into thin air. However, and there are many may attempt to reawaken the Green Knight, as described in the Guardian of the Sacred Site. However, each time the Green Knight is slain, a -1 is suffered on the next dice roll made to awaken him. So, after he is slain for the first time, he will awaken on the following turn a 4+ rather than a 3+. So, the first turn he's slain, he comes back on a 3+, then a 4+, and a 5+. If he does not appear, a test may be taken during each return to see if he returns. For calculated victory points, the enemy only gives full victory points to the Green Knight if he is not on the table at the end of the game. So, interesting little character here. Could just be a pain in the ass. The Dolorous Blade. It's a magical weapon. The Dolorous Blade may be used in two ways. Either Green Knight can use a blade to gain +d6 attacks. How many does he have base? He has 4 base, so he can have 10 attacks almost. 3 to 10. So basically, you can have. I'm sorry, am I reading that right? All right, 4 attacks, so you can have 5 to 10 attacks. Yikes! At strength 4. All right. Let's see. Does he gain strength? Or it can be used to add +2 to strength. So you can have strength 6, 4 attacks at strength 6, or you can have 5 to 10 attacks at strength 4. I don't know. I think I'll take the +2 strength. The for sure wounds. The Green Knight may change. It depends what you're fighting to, right? Green Knight may change which method he is using to attack with each close combat phase if he wishes to. So interesting little bastard here. All right, Bohemond, the Beast Slayer, the Duke of Baston. He's on a war horse. He is strength 4, toughness 4, 4 attacks, special characters, Blessing of the Lady, the Grail Vow, Lance Formation, Virtue of Heroism. I don't know why I said heroism. Beast Slayer. One has hatred against beastmen, orcs, and goblins. Given special rule, maybe reroll failed rolls to wound when fighting against these enemies from one of these armies. Where is the Virtue of Heroism? Let's pause and see if we can find it. Okay, guys. Found it right here. Virtue of Heroism, basically heroic killing blow. So basically you can kill monsters or characters, things with multiple wounds. Pretty good. Okay, guys. So he's got the heroic killing blow thing. The hatred thing for uglies. For beasts. He's got the Beast Mace, a magical weapon. Beast Mace has +2 strength and has multiple wounds. That's kind of rough. Strength 6, and yeah. So he's gonna be doing some damage. He's probably gonna be kind of a tough guy to go against. He's got a shield as well. Should an enemy strike one with a magic weapon, roll d6 for each hit. On a roll of 6, the enemy weapon is snapped into, parried by the shield, and destroyed. Resolve enemy hits that are not parried by the shield in a normal way, but once the weapon is broken, all further hits from the weapon are ignored. Ay. So this thing can break magic weapons. Tancred the Second. Tancred the Second is a special character. Strength 4, toughness 4, 4 attacks. Weapon skill 6. Let's see, Virtue of Purity. So he has Virtue of Purity. We're gonna have to pause and check that out too. Okay, finally found it. Sheesh. The knight gains +1 bonus to the war chant from the Blessing of the Lady. Pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to hurry this up. There's a lot of characters to go through. All right, so +1 to their ward save. Pretty good. What else do they have? They have this is Tancred, right? Oh yeah. He has a shield as. Oh wait, no. Let's go back here. That was just looking at the version. The Blade of Banishment. Magic weapon. The sword weapon wounds modeled with the Undead special rule. Automatically wounds. Ignore armor save. Ignore armor save special rule. In addition to bear and any unit he's in, have immunity to terror caused by undead. So this is for undead in particular, I guess. I don't know if that works against other armies. The Grail Shield, magic armor shield. The models of the forces are in base contact with the Tancred, so reminds when the close hit in close combat. The Breasted Drought, when used only. Tancred may drink the potion at the beginning of the duration of that turn. The potion increases Tancred's strength to D6 by D6. All right, so this guy's more of a situational kind of guy. You would take him against the forces of destruction or undead, zombies and stuff like that, or vampires and stuff. Réponse de Lyonnais. All right, so we have a strength 3, toughness 3, 2 attacks. It's a knight. Battle style. Oh, it's a BSB. Blessing of the Lady, Lance Formation, the Knight's Vow, the Halo of Maidenly Wrath. The Terror, Magic Resistance 3, special rules. Okay. The Sword of Lyonnais. All magic items belonging to any other than base contact with rampants lose their magical properties and will count as mundane items of their type. That's a nice weapon. The Fleur de Lis banner. In the magic phase, the Bretonnian will remove 1 power dice from the enemy and add it to their spell pool. Pretty cool. They steal the spell dice or an army dice. Casting dice. Shoosh. Armand de Catane. All right. Weapon skill 6, 4 toughness 4, 3 attacks. There's a regular type of hero. The cavalry, another choice for a BSB. This is more killing. Virtue of the Knightly Ardor. We're going to pause and check that out real quick. Okay, so I'm dumb. It's just right here. I thought it was over there with the other stuff, with the other virtues. Armand and a unit he's with may respond to a charge to his unit's front by countercharging if he can pass the leadership test and roll higher than the enemy for the charge distance. If he succeeds, count the enemy's charges failed one and move Armand's unit as per normal charge. So that's a pretty cool roll. Kind of iffy, but pretty cool roll if it works, of course. Magic items, banner of the lady. All enemy units in base contact with the bearer of the banner your lady get no combat res ranks. Pretty cool. Tristan the Troubadour and Jules the Jester. All right, so 2 guys, 3, 4 toughness 4 Tristan, 3 attacks. Jules is the joke maker, Mr. Jokey Jokerson over here. So Blessing Lady, Transformation, the Quest of Val, Virtue of Noble Disdain. Let's see what that is. Is it here? We'll find out. We'll look it up afterwards if not. Battler's Ballads. The start of each of your turns, you may declare which song Tristan is singing. The effects of the song lasts until the next turn. You may have Tristan continue singing the song or choose another. Tristan can only sing one song at once, at a time, I guess. And we'll see singing amazing. This guy's got pipes. All right, so here's the songs. While singing, Tristan adds plus D3 combat res for any unit that he's in. Pretty cool. The Grail Chorale, while he is singing the song, the word save from the Blessing Lady is +1 for the unit accompanying Tristan. Pretty cool. The Anthem of the Uniter. Tristan and any unit he has joined are stubborn while the sings about it. All good ones. I really like them all. Probably that plus D3 to the combat res is probably the best one. Or the word save. Shoot, I don't know. Yeah, I'll take the combat res because that could be the deciding factor on a turn you charge or whatever. So that's every turn. So you're getting +1, 2, +3. All right. So once trampled, twice shy. Jules must deploy within 6 inches of Tristan at the start of the game, but may freely move after that. He may join units with a peasant duty, but may not join any unit with a knightly vow of any kind. Acrobatic. Jules has a ward save 2+ against non-magical attacks. Wow. Okay. So shooting will do much of nothing to him, except he only has one. He has one wound, but it might be. I mean, unless you're shooting a bunch of stuff at him, it's gonna be hard to kill him. Unless you roll bad, of course, right? Which is always possible. You get 10 shots on him, you might be able to kill him. So it might take up. He could be a nice little deterrent. So, or something to take up shooting. Anyways, I will taunt you viciously a second time. All enemy models, unfortunate to be with 6 inches of Jules, suffer -1 penalty to hit rolls in close combat. Interesting. All right. Odo de Trome. Blessing of the Lady. Oh, wait. We're going to look up one thing here. Valorous Ballads. Was there anything? No, well, this is just a Valorous Ballad. I'm stupid. Oh, Virtue of Noble Disdain. That's what it was. So let's pause it and see what we find out. Okay, guys. Found it right here. Knights hate all enemies with missile weapons, using missile weapons, including War Machine crews. In addition, any unit with the Knight has joined never takes a penalty caused by using 25% of casualties from shooting or magic. Pretty cool. Pretty cool for taking stuff out, and pretty cool for not taking stuff from shooting or magic. Okay, so let's get back to this. Odo and Suleiman the Saracen. So it's another duo. Okay, so we have Odo is weapon skill 6, 3, 4 toughness 4, 3 attacks. Suleiman is weapon skill 5, 3, 4 toughness 4, 3 attacks. Better initiative though. So what? They both ride in the same warhorse, I guess. Okay, all right. No saddle either. Just kidding. I'm just playing. Blessing of the Lady, Transformation, Nice Vow, Virtue of Confidence. Another damn virtue I'm going to have to look up. All right, so let's look at all the stuff. We'll look at the virtue last. If you choose to include the Warrior's Hands, if you choose to include Odo de Treme in your army, then someone will also come to the battle of the Odo's trainer. Odo and someone always move together and fight together in a team, may join a unit. Yep. Suleiman has a blood-curdling war cry unique to the tribe of Araby from which he comes. Suleiman causes fear in any turn which he charges. Something. Morningstar of Fracas. This Morningstar gives the bearer the strength bonus 2 special roll. For For each hit on the close combat, I roll d6 on a 4+. The opponent has a magic weapon is destroyed. So you can destroy magic weapons and it causes wounds. Pretty cool. Yeah, so. Oh, Morningstar, it just gives +2 strength bonus. Alright, so it's a weapon. It's like a flail or something like that. I'm stupid. I thought it was something you throw for some reason. I was thinking like Chinese star or something. The Gauntlet of the Duel. In China, any challenge issued by the bearer of the Gauntlet of the Duel cannot be refused. Okay, that's it. Tough guys, nice attacks. Pretty cool. So do they both have the same weapon? That's the only thing I wonder. So they destroy items, and they can't turn down duels, but I guess that's most of the Bretonnians. Anyways, whatever. Sir Almarek of Goderon. What's with all these damn... Jeez, so many characters. Strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks on a steed. Blessing of the Lady, Grail Vow, including profile. Virtuous, or I didn't see the other virtue, did I? Let's pause it and check it out. Let's look at both of them. Virtue of Stoicism for this, for the next guy. So he's just really metal. And then the Virtue of Confidence. Okay, guys, we got the Virtue of Confidence right here. The knight must always issue a challenge and will always accept them. If possible in challenges, the knight may reroll failed wounds to hit and wound. Pretty cool. Very, very good for them. Let's look up the Virtue of Stoicism. Oops. Virtue of Stoicism, the knight and any unit he's joined rolls 3d6 for all leadership tests and discards the highest. So basically, it's like cold-blooded for lizardmen. Pretty cool. Okay, so Sir Almarek ain't too bad. All right, strength 4, toughness 4, weapon skill 6, 3 attacks. Bane of the Undead. Any units with the undisciplined base contact with the Almarek at the start of combat phase suffer d6 wounds with 2, which ignores armor save. These wounds count towards combat res, so I guess they go on his strength. The Icon of the Lady bestows magic resistance once and wards of save of 4+. Okay, so pretty good if you put them in a unit. Not too bad with the roll in 3d6. So I don't know, might be good for. Might be good to put him in Knights Errant if you're gonna put him in Knights. Well, if anything, you could help the Knights Errant stay alive. I don't know, just thought. The Hermit Knight of Mamont, I guess is how you would say it. Hermit Knight likes to be alone. Strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks. Grail Vow, Virtue of the Penitent. Let's read off his stuff. We'll look up the Virtue of Penitent. He has a great weapon. The Sword of the Victory is a great weapon. Allows Hermit to reroll failed hits of 1 to hit and wound. In addition, has multiple D3 wounds. Special roll. Pretty cool. The Flask of Sandergum. The Hermit Knight can drink this at the beginning of any combat phase. Strength is increased by D3 for the duration of that phase. As the knight always tends to go but then he can only use the flask 3 times per game. So pretty cool. He can use it 3 times per game. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, that's a lot of strength. So pretty good for challenges. Pretty good. I mean, he'll basically be strength 5. What is it? Strength 5 to 7, 3 times per game. And forget about it. Never mind. He has a great weapon as well. So plus the great weapon. So it'll be, yeah, pretty killy. So let's look up his what is it? Virtue of Penitent. Okay, Virtue of Penitent. The knight is stubborn, though he may never join any friendly units. But the knight is stubborn. He may never join any friendly units. So okay, so pretty cool little character, but I don't know. I mean, like he has. What kind of armor does he have? We'll see his armor. I mean, if he's by himself, he's going to get shot the hell up. If he can't join a unit, that's kind of weird. Anyways, Bertrand the Brigand. Bertrand the Brigand is some kind of scout or some kind of strength 4 toughness. So he's another duo, isn't it? Bertrand and Hugo Le Petit and Guy Legros. So Bertrand's strength 4, ballistic skill 4, 6. Strength 4, toughness 4, 3 attacks. Hugo is ballistic skill 4, strength 5, toughness 4, 2 attacks. Guy, I guess would be. He's like the peasant, or I don't know. He's like the dummy. I guess I don't know. So there's skirmishers, marksmen. Bertrand has a sniper special roll. May reroll hit. How they get so many characters? This is crazy. So yeah, Bertrand is the sniper. He has a sniper thing. May reroll hit with missile weapons. Really cool. So Hugo, all bull shots may be Hugo result of strength 5 rather than 3. Oh, pretty good. Guy, what's so special with Guy? As long as Guy is alive, the unit he's with may reroll fit leadership test. That's all he's there for. The Bowman of Bergerac. The Bowman of Bergerac unit of Hammer +1 +1 to the ballistic. Her turn, you must set up with this unit. It may never unit. So any unit they join is +1. So pretty darn cool. You can put them in the unit of scouts. It's pretty neat. They have a magic item, which is a black arrow. When you summon black arrow, wounds automatically if it hits and has a following profile. 36-inch range. It hits. It's only strength 3, which you don't want to hit anything too tough. And it ignores armor saves. So is this a snipe thingy or? So only one time. I don't know if that's a snipe. I guess it's if Bertrand uses it. I guess I don't know. Not sure. All right, so let's start looking at the lore of the lady. So the lore of the lady signatures. Let's look at the lore attribute. The spell specifically covering for unit. It may roll once for the wards saves from the blessing of the lady until the start of the next phase. Pretty cool. Steed of the lady triggers your spell. Cast on a 5+. Steed of the lady spell is 18 inches. The target will have movement 10 and count as a serial for the purpose of movement and start until the start of next Bretonnian magic phase. The spell only has an effect on the Mountain Knights. Okay. If the caster can choose to increase this 36 inches, the age of the casting spell is 8+. Still pretty cheap. Pretty cool thing here, guys, because basically they'll be ignoring like all kinds of terrain. Just go straight up the battlefield. Mist of Challenge, 6+ to cast, remains in play. This challenge until that targets a wizard and any unit they are in. All enemy attacks target and suffer -1 hit to hit penalty. The wizard can choose to extend this. All friendly units within 6 inches. 12+ if it's all friendly units within 6 inches. The Doom of Dole. Cast on 7+, remains in play spell. 24-inch range. Name one enemy model to be doomed and one friendly character with any vow within that range to slay him. While the spell is active, the chosen knight will wound that model on a 2+, ignoring armor saves. Yikes. The caster can choose to increase the spell to 4 inches, so it's 10+. Okay. Beguilement of Blundell. Remains in play. Hex spell has a range of 24 inches. The target becomes subject to stupidity. The caster can choose to increase this prior spell. The target unit halves their leadership when taking stupidity tests, but if they do, so the casting value is 12+. Pretty cool little spell. Wrath of Righteousness, 10+ to cast, direct damage spell. All enemy units within 12 inches of the caster, all targets suffer D6 for hits with lightning attack special rolls, so that means they jump from one to another. We could look that up and see lightning attack. Just double check. I think they jump from one to another on a 4+ or something like that. Oh, they ignore armor saves and against all armor attacks except natural armor. So basically not scaly skin or scaly, like dragons and lizardmen. So pretty brutal. This ignores armor saves. That is really tough. Strength 4, D6 hits. It can increase this to 18 inches, 15+ to cast if you do that. Spiteful Glance, 11+ to cast. Direct damage spell, 12 inches that targets a single model, even a character and unit. If the spell the enemy takes initiative in order to avoid being turned into a frog. If it fails, they are transformed and it cannot do anything except croak and hop around the rest of the game. Remove the model as a counter. No saves allowed except magic resistance. So turn them into a frog. The Lady's Virtue of Valor, 12+ to cast. Augment spell, range is 12 inches. Roll d6. The number of roll characters who the result rolled is the number of characteristics the target may increase by in the following order. Weapon skill, initiative, strength, toughness, attacks, leadership. The effect lasts until the next magic phase. Caster's next magic phase. So you roll a d6 and you can be 1 to 6 more on all of those. Pretty tough. 2d6. You can roll 2d6 and it goes up to an 18+. So that is a scary spell. All right, guys. So let's go over the virtues of the Chivalric Knight now. All the virtues, I guess. Choosing a virtue. More than one character can have the same virtue, but to represent rarity of this, a character that takes a virtue another character already has pays double the points below. If a third character takes the same virtue, he pays triple. So that sounds fair. Let's get it going. I think we already saw the heroism. That's heroic and bow. Stoicism, 3d6 for leadership tests. What else we got? Impetuous Knight. The knight and any mountain unit he is with has D3 to the charge distance, which is ideal. I don't think we've seen that one. Knight gains the following bonuses: +2 weapon skill, initiative, +1 initiative, +1 attack. He may not be your memory general in any friendly units, including other knightly characters or units. Take any form of leadership test within 6 inches, suffering -1 to their leadership. Virtue of Audacity. Against enemies with higher strength than himself, the knight may reroll failed hit rolls to hit and wound as long as the enemies has higher strength. Pretty cool. Virtue of Knightly Temper. For each attack the knight hits and wounds on the charge after save, he may make an additional attack. So it has to be both hits and wounds. Well, I guess you can't win without hitting. Extra attacks are... Why don't they just say wounds? I don't know. That's silly. Maybe there's... I don't know. Extra attacks are not generated if these additional attacks also hit and wound. Okay, so... I guess that's because maybe some stuff automatically wounds or something. I don't know. Virtue of Duty. For as long as the general is alive, the model with this virtue has +1 to combat risks. May not be taken as a general. Virtue of Confidence. We saw that one earlier in challenges. Maybe rolls to wound and hit. Stubborn for Penitent. We saw that one earlier. Chalice is a new one. The knight may re-roll failed rolls to hit when charging and or using the lance. So I guess that would be either charging or using it in the rounds after the charge. The Purity one, +1 to the bonus ward save. That's a really good one for 15 points. That's pretty cheap. Virtue of Noble Disdain. We saw that one earlier. No panic success for 25% casualty under 25% casualty from shooting their magic. Hates all enemies using missile weapons or war machines. Okay. Good for shooting armies or going against their shooting armies. Virtue of Discipline. Enemies can never outnumber bonuses against the knight and his unit. Oh, the unit he is with. Okay, so it's okay. I guess if you're going against a horde, it's a good one to have. Virtue of Empathy. If the knight is not in the army general, models with the peasant's duty within 12 inches shouldn't have an inspired presence rule. Treat him as having inspired, so they'll use his leadership. If he is the army general, then it'll be 18 inches instead of 12. In addition, he may join units with the peasant's duty. Okay. All right, let's look at the heirlooms they have, the magic items and such. Those are just virtues. Okay, so the Silver Lance of the Blessed, Lance 70 points. Holy crap. If the model has a blessing lady, then all attacks with the Silver Lance automatically hit. Pretty cool. In addition, all successful enemy armor saves and ward saves must be rerolled. Pretty neat. I like that. However, the model wielding the lance flees for any reason, he suffers D6 flaming streak 4 hits with the ignore armor save. Ugh. That is brutal. For 70 points, and this thing is going to hurt you? I mean, it's really good. I mean, you're going to kick some ass with it. But if you flee for any reason, I guess you better take some other characters so you don't flee. Sword of Heroes, 40 points. All enemies that have toughness 5 or greater, the bird gets +2 strength and multiple D3 wounds special rule. Pretty good. For 40 points, not bad. Sword of the Ladies Champion. Character with the Grail Vow only. The 30 points. The character always counts their strength as 1 higher than that of their target's toughness. That means they're being wounded on 3s, unless their strength would normally be more than this. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool little thing, I guess. Quiros. However you say that. Magic armor, heavy armor. Knight may reroll 1s when rolling to hit, to wound, and when making armor is pretty dang good. I like that. For 25 points, that's pretty solid. Syrian's Locket, 55 points. A Talisman. Brittonian Lord only. A model with the Syrian's Locket has immunity to killing blow, multiple wounds, and can never suffer more than 1 wound in any one phase. Pretty good for like if you're going against bolt throwers, cannons, catapults, whatever, or weapons that can wound multiple times. After the first wound is suffering, also several events are ignored. Oh wow! Holy crap, that's pretty solid. The bearer can still be run down by person. So basically, you can't get multiple wounds again on any one phase. And after the first wound, all the wounds after that are ignored. That seems really good. So it may be affected by other instant kill attacks, which would be like here. I don't know what that would be off the top of my head, to be honest. So that's pretty dang good. That's probably the best one out of all of them, I think. I mean, this one's really good, but has that D6 strength 4 flaming attacks thing that I don't like. The Silver Mirror one you saw only when using. So basically, a spell can be cast right back at the caster. Enemy can try to dispel their own spell using their remaining power dice or dispel dice. This item has no effect on spells that do not specifically target the bearer or unit she is with. So this is for direct damage spells. Okay, so you can use that and have it go back on them. It's pretty bad, and that's going to be brutal. So yeah, that's tough. The Chalice of Malflu. We'll go in that order. We'll go up and down the left side. Chalice of Malflu, 15 points. At the start of the opponent's management, the bearer may drink the chalice. If she does so, the roll on the roll of one, she suffers no armor saves, no saves allowed. Period. Against, including ward saves. On 2 to 6, an extra dispel dice is awarded to the player's pool. So kind of cool, kind of iffy, and I guess you can use it more than once. So if you have somebody with 3 wounds, it might be worth using. The Ruby Goblet. The Ruby Goblet is an enchanted item. This magic item will start to take effect at the end of the first phase, during which the bearer suffers an unsaved wound. From that moment on, the bearer and the unit who cannot be wounded on a better than 3+ from non-magical source. What? Alright, so let me read that again. This magic item will start to take effect at the end of the first phase, during which the bearer or his unit suffer any unsaved wounds, not just the bearer. Right? From that moment on, the bearer and his unit cannot be wounded on better than a 3+ from non-magical. So wow, you have to have magical attacks. That's pretty strong. I don't know. That looks pretty strong. I mean, sheesh. That's pretty brutal. I mean, that's like for the rest of the combats. That's after the. I don't know, man. That's crazy. So you basically definitely want to get magical attacks against this. So that's pretty brutal for like missiles and stuff like that. All right, the Tress of Isolde. When you suddenly nominate one enemy model in base contact at the beginning of the close combat phase, after challenge, the bearer hits that model on a 2+ for the close combat round, regardless of other modifiers. Not bad. Banner of defense. As long as the unit is affected by the blessing of the lady, all models in the unit with the banner gain a 4+ wards against missile attacks, including magic missiles. If the blessing of the lady is lost, then the banner loses ability. Seems okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's go on. I think we're doing just 2 points and such now. Let's wrap this up, guys. Knights of the Realm, 25 points per model. It's a little pricey. They got a heavy armor, so that's 5+ armor. Oh wait, I think medium armor is 5+. So that's a 4+ armor plus a shield. That's a 3+ armor, and then a barding horse and barding, so it's a 1+. Am I mistaken, or is that a 1+ armor set? Y'all can tell. Let me know in the comments below. So 50 points for the banner, 30 points for champion and all that stuff. Luan Licour, 385 points. This guy was pretty dang killy. You can put him on his Boquays for 155 points. I don't know, man. This guy's pretty solid. You can put him in a unit of knights and he'll just kick some ass. Morgana Le Fay, I played against her and she is brutal. I think she used to be about 480 or 500 points before. So you can put her on silver on the Pegasus for 25 points. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a solid person right here to take. You can take the Toad familiar. I think turns people into toads. That'd be kind of funny. She has a mirror as well, and giving the Knights 4+ ward save is pretty brutal. The Green Knight, 275 points. Oh my goodness! Now this is kind of a cool character, but that points number is just super high. It's super high. Yeah, I don't know, and you could probably kill it with combat res. I mean, I guess it can keep coming back or whatever, but that's kind of iffy. I don't know if I would use it. I'd probably just use it for fun. Beaumont, the Beast Slayer, Lance, heavy armor, just 4+, 2+ armor save, Bam Shield, Warhorse. This one was pretty decent. I think their characters are pretty solid. I mean, there's some that are just like I would probably want to take them, but yeah, definitely that first Lord is pretty badass. And of course, Morgana Le Fay or whatever. The Bretonnian Lords, 110 points. Just blessing of the lady, lance formation, heavy armor, 4+ armor save. You can give them a 1+ armor save pretty much. Put them on the Hippogriff or whatever. I mean, just a solid Lord. Prophetess, 175 points. Super expensive, but they're pretty strong, man. They're pretty strong. And yeah, you can put them on the Chariot. I don't know if the Chariot's really worth it. The Chariot's pretty cool, but I don't know if it's really worth it. 35 points to make her level 4. But the fact that you can put the Prophetess in the 2nd rank or whatever and protect it just makes her so valuable. Root Pennsylvania is 185 points. Not bad. Here's where I have to try to remember all the heroes I saw. But just looking at the points, 215, 135, 85 for this guy. These were the singers, weren't they? Or no. This was the guy. Which one was the singer? This was it Suleiman? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean these heroes seem kind of cool. Look at the BSB, the Paladin. It's pretty cheap, 16 points. I mean, It's pretty solid. I guess I don't know if these points are totals are different. I did think this character was super cool. I think a faceless character is pretty dang cool. I think the Priestess of Shalia is pretty cool. For 50 points, you get a little bit of extra army dice. They get to do little blessings. I did think the bigger version of her, which was what was she? I can't remember what the name of it was. Was that the one? No, that's not the one. I can't remember what she was called. Let's see. It was a lore choice one, or was it another hero? Maybe it's just another hero. Let's see if I can find it. If I can't find it, or if I just miss it, Damsel of the Lady, Priestess of the Shadow. I'm probably missing something here, to be honest, guys. Anyways, I mean, it's just a pretty solid choice. I thought that was kind of cool. Where are we at? Templar Crusader, hand weapon, heavy armor. I mean, oh, this was a tough guy. Yeah, 55 points, just a hero. I guess you could. Can you make him a BSB? No, you can't make him a BSB. The faces. I would definitely try out maybe one or two of these guys. Priestess of Shalia, 50 points. I'd probably try out that in a unit of what was it, peasants or something like that. Knights Errant, 21 points per model. These were the ones that can charge or whatever. Knights of the Realm, 25 points per model. According to Men at Arms, only 4 points. Jeez. You could have a big old block of 40 of them. Let's say, well, maybe not 40. I guess if you're 10 wide, I guess you could be 40. You got to make sure and pay attention to the rank and file rule or whatever. You can add, okay, so here's that rule, the Truffle Hounds or whatever, it's 7 points per model. So you can add you add 5 of them, it'd be 35 points. And then they could just be like little skirmishers. Kind of interesting. I don't know if they're that great, but 2 points per model for peasant mobs. Jeez. Peasant Bowman, 6 points per model. Truffle Hounds, as we saw earlier, they're 7 points per model. They do have Frenzy, and they have the Truffle Shuffle or whatever. Questy Knights, 26 points per model. A little more expensive. Foot Knights, 9 points per model. What kind of weapon do they? They just have a hand weapon or whatever? Can you give them great weapons? You can give great weapons for 2 points a model, so 11 points per model, and you have great weapons. Weapon skills, 3. Oh, 4. Okay, so not bad. Okay. Pegasus Knights, 50 points per model. I believe they used to be like 60 or 65 before, so it's a little better. The Squires were 7 points per model. Skirmishers. Yeoman, 10 points per model. Not bad. I mean, for Fast Cav, 10 points per model, you could have a unit of 550 points. It's a great redirect there. Grail Pilgrims, really low leadership, though. Sucks. That's the part that sucks. Maybe take Inspiring Presence or whatever. But either way, they're just chaff anyways. Grail Pilgrims, 7 points per model. Heirlooms, 8 points per model. Brigands, 5 points per model. I mean, they got a great weapon, so that's kind of cool. These guys are scouts, and they have hand weapon, longbow. Pretty cool, I guess. You gotta have some scouts. Take out war machines and such. And these guys are the ones that were stubborn, right? The Grail Pilgrims. I mean, that's pretty solid. I mean, 7 points per model. They have hatred. They're stubborn. They go with the Grail Reliquary or whatever. And it's just a blob you have to fight through. So they're like, it's gonna be kind of tough to work through these guys. You take a big old blob of them, like maybe let's say 20, 25, 30 of them or whatever. I mean, that's going to be kind of a tough unit. I don't know if you would do that over nights or anything like that. Maybe you take 20 of them and just make them a bunker or something like that, or just make them something to deal with. Grail Knights are 38 points per model. Yeah, these are the big dogs right here. They're rare units too. And sorry, guys. Yeah, this is my very first time seeing this book, so I know some stuff I don't remember off the top of my head, even though I did go through them or whatever. It's just so much stuff to look through because I didn't expect them to have so many models. Hippogriff Knights, 75 points per model. You can have a unit of 2 of them. You got heavy armor, 4+ armor save, 3+, and then they're mounted on the thing. So I guess 2+ armor save. They take a barding, then be 1+ armor save. I mean, it could be nice flankers. Could be nice flankers. I don't know. Maybe a little too expensive, but I'm not sure. For leadership 8 and do they cost terror? No, they're probably just no. It doesn't say terror or anything like that. Interesting. All right, spirit. This was the one. Spirits of the Faith. You can have a was that the one? Animated construct, ethereal fear. No, that wasn't what I thought. Never mind. Sorry. This is more like it's just like ethereal guys. It's kind of interesting on this one. 15 points per model, but I mean, I don't know. Sanctum of the Lady. This was like a chariot kind of thing. whatever. 4+ ward save, magic resistance 2, interesting. Rare units would be the Ballista, only 25 points. Wow. That is amazing. You may take 1 to 2 ballistas as a single rare choice. You can take 2 of them for 50 points. That is just amazing. Let's see what the weapons. The ballistic skill is not good. The ballistic skill is. Oh, I guess you can use a wall word. So you're gonna have ballistic skill 3. Toughness 7 for so cheap. You might get something off. I mean, that's so cheap. Might as well take it. 85 points for the mangonel. This was a cannon, right? Or stone thrower. Bolt thrower, stone thrower. The field trebuchet. This is the one that never moves. 100 points, but this one's kind of brutal. This one's gonna be rough. Yeah. The bombard is a cannon. 75 points for a cannon. It's pretty solid. Can't move it though. I mean, pretty solid book. I don't know. I'd say maybe it's probably an improvement. Yeah, definitely. The whole not having to pray first is an improvement. I do think there's some cool characters. I do think there's some really cool magic items. I do think the virtues are pretty nice. And just overall solid. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. It's just my first time looking through them. Sorry this went a long time, but hey, it's just my first time seeing them. Anyways, that's it, guys. Cheers. Thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting, and all that good stuff. Take it easy.